You might disagree with where we ranked NVIDIA and Tesla today. NVIDIA leads with a 63.0 alpha score, while Tesla ranks second at 54.6 despite falling more than 20% in 5 sessions. The alpha score is our internal checklist, not a prediction, and today's best setup could offer roughly $7 of potential upside for every dollar at risk. The market regime is neutral, with only 50% confidence. SPY closed at $729.46, down 1.54%, with a 49.7 higher risk alpha score. The VIX, Wall Street's fear gauge, is at 20.66. That signals elevated uncertainty, but not full panic. SPY has fallen below the former support zone from $739.51 to $740.80. Support means a price floor where buyers may step in. That failed floor now becomes an important test. If SPY recovers $740.80, buyers are regaining control. Resistance, meaning a price ceiling, begins at $745.53. If SPY remains below $729.46, the next broad reference is at $699.70 VWAP, or volume weighted average price, the average price paid during the measured period. QQQ and IWM levels were not included in today's supply data, so we will not invent them. Here is the ranking, from number 10 to number 1. Number 10, Apple, 37.4, higher risk, down 0.56%. Number 9, Palantir, 39.5, higher risk, down 0.43%. Number 8, SPY, 49.7, higher risk, down 1.54%. Number 7, AMD, 51.2, weak, down 5.51%. Number 6, Google, 51.7, weak, up 0.95%. Number 5, Meta Platforms, 51.8, weak, down 1.31%. Number 4, Microsoft, 52.0, weak, down 0.71%. Number 3, Amazon, 52.3, weak, down 1.82%. Number 2, Tesla, 54.6, weak, down 2.97%. And number 1, NVIDIA, 63.0, neutral, down 3.55%. Number 10, Apple. Apple has a 37.4 alpha score in a higher risk classification. It closed at $338.19 after gaining 16.88% over 20 sessions. Its RSI is 68.65. RSI is a simple measure of whether recent buying or selling looks overheated. Apple is approaching overheated territory, but it is not there yet. The stock has broken above $334.99. If it holds that level, buyers are defending the breakout. If it loses $334.99, $319.35 becomes the next meaningful floor. Apple's earnings report on July 30th is the catalyst, so avoid chasing an extended price immediately before fresh information arrives. Number 9, Palantir. Palantir scores 39.5 and remains high risk. It closed at $123, just above support at $122.64. If buyers defend $122.64, the first recovery target is the 9-day exponential moving average at $126.68. An exponential moving average, or EMA, tracks the recent price trend while giving more weight to newer prices. If Palantir breaks below $122.64, the next floor is $120.73. A recovery above $126.68 would improve the short-term picture, but $132.41 remains the larger ceiling. Relative volume is only 0.69. Relative volume compares today's trading activity with normal activity, and this reading shows limited conviction. Number 8. SPY carries a 49.7 alpha score and a high-risk classification. It is down 2.40% over 5 sessions, while relative volume reached 1.30. Volume means how many shares changed hands. Higher activity during a decline tells us institutions may be repositioning, not simply ignoring the move. The immediate action point is $729.46. Holding that close would stabilize the market. Recovering $739.51 would be stronger because buyers would reclaim the failed support zone. Below the current price, The supply data gives no nearby confirmed floor until the $699.70 VWAP area. That gap argues for smaller position sizes. Number 7. Advanced Micro Devices. AMD scores 51.2 and is classified weak. It fell 5.51% today and 22.23% over 5 sessions. Its RSI of 29.09 indicates oversold conditions, meaning recent selling may be stretched. Oversold does not automatically mean the bottom is in. AMD has broken below the former $460.21 floor. If it cannot reclaim $460.21, sellers still control the trend. A move back above that level would open a recovery attempt toward the 50-day EMA at $486.82. AI sector weakness is the main catalyst, and relative volume of 1.14 confirms that the sell-off attracted slightly above normal activity. Number 6. Alphabet. Google Alphabet has a 51.7 alpha score in a weak classification. It was today's only advancing stock in the ranking, gaining 0.95% to $335.76. An analyst upgrade helped sentiment, but the price remains below its $337.81 VWAP and below the 21-day EMA at $344.04. If Google recovers $337.81, buyers are beginning to improve the session-level trend. Reclaiming $341.12 would be more meaningful because that was a prior support area. If the stock remains below $337.81, today's gain may be only a temporary bounce inside a weaker trend. Number 5. Meta Platforms. Meta scores 51.8 and is classified weak. It closed at $585.61, down 1.31%, and is also trending on StockTwits. The stock remains below its $618.35 VWAP following reports of lower profit and a weak sales forecast. The key floor is $577.07. If Meta stays above $577.07, buyers still have room to build a rebound. If that level breaks, the technical structure weakens further. On the upside, $608.84, the 9-day EMA, is the first recovery checkpoint. Earnings on July 29 can quickly move the stock through either level, so the reaction matters more than the initial headline. Number 4. Microsoft earns a 52.0 alpha score in a weak classification. It closed at $390.54, down 0.71%, while relative volume rose to 1.29. Cloud revenue beat estimates, giving Microsoft the strongest catalyst subscore in today's list at 70.6. The stock is sitting near its 9-day and 21-day EMAs around $390. If it holds $389.83, buyers are defending the short-term trend. The first ceiling is $395.57. A close above that level would target $398.36, the VWAP, followed by $405.99. Losing $389.83 shifts attention to the larger floor at $378.65. Number 3. Amazon scores 52.3 and remains weak. It closed at $226.65, down 1.82%, with an RSI of 27.42. That is oversold, but the stock is also below its $234.14 VWAP in all 3 major EMAs. The trend therefore remains bearish until price proves otherwise. A conservative long setup begins only if Amazon reclaims $234.14. That would be the entry trigger because buyers would recover the average traded price. A closing stop can sit at $226.65. The first target is $242.42, followed by $248.93. From $234.14 to the second target, the potential reward is about $14.79 against $7.49 of risk, close to 2 to 1. Upcoming earnings expectations are the catalyst. Until Amazon reclaims $234.14, patience is the position. Number 2. Tesla has a 54.6 alpha score but remains classified weak. It is trending heavily on StockTwits after falling 20.24% in 5 sessions and 29.07% over 20 sessions. Its RSI is just 9.07, an exceptional oversold reading. That can produce a sharp rebound, but it also confirms severe downside momentum. Tesla is below every supplied support level. it's $393.58 VWAP, and all major EMAs. That makes the current price a poor place for an undisciplined bottom call. The cleaner reversal entry is a recovery above the 9-day EMA at $332.77. A closing stop at $298.32 risks $34.45 per share. The first target is $369.43, offering roughly $36.66 of potential reward. The second target is $393.58, offering about $60.81. That wide stop requires a small position. Weaker earnings and concerns about Tesla's premium valuation explain why a seemingly attractive oversold signal still receives only a weak classification. Number 1. NVDA. NVIDIA leads with a 63.0 alpha score and a neutral classification. It fell 3.55% today and 10.40% over 5 sessions, but its RSI of 40.41 is not deeply oversold. The score is supported by strong momentum and risk subscores, while bearish EMAs and price below the $196.38 VWAP prevent a bullish classification. The aggressive setup begins if NVIDIA reclaims $191.14, entry above $191.14, with a closing stop below $189.80, risks $1.34 per share. The first target is $196.38, offering $5.24 of potential reward. The second target is $200.63, offering $9.49. That is roughly 7-to-1 reward versus risk at the second target. The acquisition-related catalyst and Cathie Wood purchase headline may attract attention, but price confirmation comes first. If $189.80 fails, the setup is invalid. The alpha pick of the day is NVIDIA, ticker NVIDIA, with a 63.0 neutral alpha score. In everyday language, NVIDIA ranks first because the stock is close to a clearly defined floor, has a recognizable catalyst, and offers a favorable setup if buyers return. It does not rank first because the trend is already strong. The trend is currently weak. The key level is $191.14. Above it, buyers may attempt to move toward $196.38 and $200.63. Below $189.80, step aside because the planned floor has failed. NVIDIA and Tesla are both trending, but NVIDIA offers the cleaner risk boundary. For the next session, watch NVIDIA, score 63.0 neutral, for a reclaim of $191.14. Watch Tesla, score 54.6 weak, for stabilization above $298.32 and an eventual recovery toward $332.77. Watch Apple, score 37.4 higher risk, around $334.99 ahead of its earnings reaction. For the broader market, SPY at $740.80 is the mood-changing level. A recovery above it would improve risk appetite. Continued rejection below it keeps the regime defensive. Join our Discord for daily levels, live trade ideas, and community, link in the description. Meta and Microsoft report earnings on July 29th. Meta's report matters because investors need clarity on profit pressure and the sales outlook. Microsoft's report matters because cloud growth is a major test of business demand and AI spending. Apple reports earnings on July 30th. With Apple already up 16.88% over 20 sessions, the company may need strong results and guidance simply to justify the recent advance. The next update will track those reactions and whether today's key floors survive. Which stock are you watching? Drop the ticker below and subscribe for the next update. Trade smart, manage risk, compound wealth.